This is Hannibal here from the Hannibal TV on YouTube. And this is a UFO news update as well as a review of some footage that I just posted a version with sound on of the second night in a row that there has been UAP activity above, looks to be in the area of McConnell Air Force Base here in Wichita, Kansas. There has been activity above US and UK Air Force bases in the UK of UAPs, drones as they're being called, as well as in New Jersey, as well as Trump's National Golf Club and probably other places too. Here's a couple things I find weird. Elon Musk, I don't know why I keep calling him Elon. He said nothing about this. He said nothing about these drone incursions so far, which I find strange since he's one of the experts on space and overall a fairly blunt person, although he hasn't said much about UAPs other than he's claimed he hasn't seen any reliable evidence of it. And at one point, he said the pyramids were built by aliens, and then he took it back and said it was just a joke. The AARO, the government agency that's supposed to investigate these type of unexplained anomalous phenomenon, have also made no statement about this. And there was a U.S. Briefing by the Secretary General today, a media briefing, and he really didn't say much about this other than they're not an immediate threat. Now, before I get into reviewing the video, I am going to talk about a lot of news related to this today too, but I just want to show you guys the pictures I took yesterday. This is from the video I took yesterday, pretty much the same time in the same location. Some interesting stuff that showed up in the pictures when you're able to play with the contrast a bit that I didn't see at the time is this weird kind of either circular thing that looks like it could be a saucer on the left-hand side, and there's all these white drone-looking type things. This was yesterday again, and here you see a V formation of the drones, and this is on the Hannibal TV's YouTube channel from yesterday's posting. And here's the weird thing: there's like a blue plasma around the main UAP. When I shot this using my cell phone yesterday, when I zoomed in on it, the closest I zoomed in on it, it showed a blue plasma substance, which apparently this is common for UAPs, and particularly ones that might be associated with Chinese spy drones, according to Ross Coulthart. So here's some of the stills from today. The main UAP looked very similar, except for it wasn't blue today. There doesn't seem to be a plasma around it. At one point, it was a purplish color surrounding the white. There was other like drone type vehicles around it today, not as many as yesterday. And as I told you, in the vicinity yesterday, there seemed to be about 30, not only around it, but like in the whole sky. You could see like regular looking drones, not necessarily the unusual looking ones, but like regular as if they might be drones from the US at a distance watching this thing. There seemed to be less of those overall today, but they were still around. I wouldn't say there were 30 in the general area today though, and there was less. I mean, as like yesterday at various points, we could see 5, 6, 7 UAPs around the main circle. Today it seemed like 3 or 4. Again, at one point it's green. And here's the weird thing: it's mostly white, but today there was a green circle around it, and at various points red. And then you could see one of these drones, and you could actually see this drone moving within the white circle. And here's the weird thing. I tweeted this out to like the Wichita News yesterday and various UFO people. I just find it weird that like here's a strange thing that Ross Coulthart said. Remember the Chinese spy balloon last year? It was shot down. It was national news. And then there was 3 other vehicles shot down, one over the Yukon in Canada, 2 others, which we never saw what they were. Other than in Canada, a picture came out eventually of what it was, and it didn't look like a balloon. But that was like worldwide news. For some reason, this type of stuff, why is this not more news? This is just weird. Why is this in the sky not being shot down, or is it part of the Air Force Base? One thing that I don't know if this is a theory or not, that I think it could be, is whatever this is like monitoring the base. Or we always hear that there's nuclear silos around Kansas, so I don't know if there's one around here or not. But my theory is that there's this big thing, and there's potentially smaller things coming out of it, and then there's drones further away, which are actually, in my theory, U.S. drones keeping their distance but watching to see what these other things are doing. That's just my theory. But it's weird that they're not being shot down or anything. And I will talk about the news more, but it could be government showing off. You can say I'm losing my mind, but this is news, and the people that think this is made up. First of all, yesterday, I wasn't even the one that noticed this. I was walking and somebody said, "Look at this thing in the sky. It's moving yesterday." They pointed to this as I'm walking. This was not me even looking up at the sky. Someone else pointed it out to me, and then I got out my phone. So, and by the way, if the person that says I'm losing it, I've been researching this stuff all day. But let's jump into the actual video that I took tonight, which, by the way, I was prepared to possibly see something tonight. I didn't use my cell phone camera. I brought a higher quality camera. So let's take a look at this. Let me open the page. Second night of UFO activity. This is right near McConnell Air Force Base here in Wichita. I'm going to play the video now, which you can hear with sound, also in a separate video on this channel. So here we go. I'm going to press play now. So again, I'm using a better quality camera I am yesterday. You can see something is flying around over this white thing, which this white thing is what the person pointed out to me last night. And it's back there tonight. And at various points, it changes color now. As you can see here, it's turning a pinkish color. Now it's turning green. For someone that was saying yesterday, oh, it's Jupiter. Since when does Jupiter just randomly change colors? Now it's pink again. And now you can see other things flying within it. And there's something right over it. Like, it's just very, very weird. And there's other things flying around it. And by the way, this is in a residential area. And there's the moon, by the way, for people that might think it's the moon. The moon was on the opposite side. I don't want to be walking around with the camera at 9 at night too much in a residential area. So this isn't that long of a video. I wish I could have been out there all night, but you can see there's activity going on in the sky, whether it's apparently possibly Chinese drones spying on us. Apparently, according to Ross Coulthart of News Nation, it's likely not Russia. It's more likely China. Or it could be UAPs. It's very, very weird. Galactic Federation. Satellites do that. Why don't we have statements from these satellite companies, my friend? Thanks for watching me, considering you think I'm a doofus. Why is there not a statement from satellite companies? If this is actually on NBC News, CBS News, in New Jersey and other places, it's on News Nation. Why is there not a statement from the satellite companies? Why is the FAA issued a no-fly zone warning over certain areas? Why has the FBI and Homeland Security advised people to let them know if they see stuff like this? It's very strange. So let's go into some of the other news from today. Apparently, the official claim, according to Ross Coldhart, of what these things are is right now they're saying that it's foreign adversarial drones. They're not being specific on where they're from because they don't. Because technically, if let's say this is really China, this is an act of war. If that is really China flying these things over a U.S. Air Force base. They're hovering many hours over sensitive Air Force bases on a regular basis, and that's what they're saying about the New Jersey stuff and others and other Air Force bases. I haven't heard any statements on Wichita yet. A lot of people find it weird, as I said, that they cared so much about spy balloons, but these things are not getting quite as much publicity as the spy balloons were getting back in March 2023. How much power do these things need to stay up for so long? Apparently, they seem to be appearing between 20 and 28,000 feet, which is higher than most commercial drones would. They're either metallic or metal or silver, according to News Nation in most cases, and other sources. So let's also get into this. Some of them look like conventional aircraft but have incorrect light configurations. The New Jersey drones actually caused a medical helicopter not be able to stop land in the place it was supposed to land this week because they were interfering with the airspace. So for people that keep saying that we shouldn't worry about these, they did stop a medical helicopter from landing earlier this week. They've been appearing even in Washington, D.C., over the Capitol building, which is a no-fly zone. And one of the pictures and videos from that was taken by a pilot. It's weird that for that Capitol building thing that happened recently, the incursion in Washington, there was a similar one in 1980 or 1952 where they tried to shoot them down. It doesn't seem like the military is trying to shoot any of these down, just like, they shot down that Chinese balloon and the other three objects. But for whatever reason, they haven't shot any of these down yet, which is strange. If it is Russia or China doing this, it would be worse than drones, because it would be worse than aliens, because at least aliens, I mean, they might be doing this to stop a potential nuclear bomb incident. They might be hovering over this in case something gets shot off to actually stop it, because it might interfere with whatever they're doing on this planet. Where if it's Russia or China, who knows what they have on these craft that could actually harm us. And they're already in our airspace. It's not good if it's not ours. And if it is ours, why are they doing this where the public can see it? It's very, very weird. According to News Nation, they reported recently the U.S. may have had crash retrieval technology since the turn of 1900. So literally for over 100 years at this point. Lots of weird stuff happening. I mean, for the AI that actually predicted a potential invasion, and I'm not saying this is it. I mean, obviously, maybe maybe there's not bombs dropping, but if this is not U.S. drones flying in formation above a U.S. military base, you would have to say this is some type of invasion or incursion of some sort. Well, there may not be any imminent danger, like I'm not getting blown up tonight. What is going on here? Why are they not being shot down if they're not ours? It doesn't make sense. And I wish someone like Elon Musk would say something, or the president would say something. If they're not ours, why are they being allowed to float over military bases? And again, this is 2 nights in a row in Kansas. Yes. I mean, what are the chances it's going to be better? It could still be out there now. I only shot that 2.5 hours ago. They don't know what they are, but they know they're not a threat. There you go. That makes absolutely no sense. They don't know what they are, but they're in our airspace, hovering where everybody could see them, but they're not a threat. I don't know, guys and girls. Let me know what you think in the comments. It's interesting filming this type of stuff, recording it, being around it, but it's a little bit unsettling that we're not getting answers on what the hell it is.